Hey everybody, I'm Catherine Stewart with Designs and Expression, and I'm going to, excuse me, I want to visit with you today and make a card with you today. I would love for you to come and join. Hang on one second. Sorry about that. My granddaughter's sleeping, so I had to shut the door because the TV's going in there. But today I'm going to be sharing, I don't have anything exactly in mind except for doing a Valentine's card. And I've got a couple of the embossing folders, texture impression embossing folders, that are carryovers from the Christmas catalog, holiday catalog. So it's going to be the corrugated. Let's see if I can get the names for you. It's the corrugated dynamic and the tile tin dynamic embossing folders. So I'm going to play with these two with my card, and I'm also going to use some leftover of this Garden Impressions 6x6 Designer Series paper pad. I have a few pieces left, so I'm going to use what I have left, some of that. And I'm going to use some Melon Mambo cardstock in the thick, very vanilla cardstock. And this is the thinner one because I'm going to do my stamping on it. So I've already got my card base cut. I cut it at 5.5 and scored it at 4 1/4. So the card is going to measure 4 1/4 by 5.5. So that is my card base. And I took my bone folder and made sure the crease was good. And are y'all seeing that okay without a shadow? Okay, and so I'm going to set that aside for now. And I am going to cut this piece of Melon Mambo in half. It's probably 8.5, so I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it at 5.5. So that'll give me 2 pieces, because I want to play around with these texture impression embossing folders that I'm going to run through my Big Shot. And here's my Big Shot. I was playing with it earlier a little bit. So I'm going to take the folder, open it up, and I'm going to stick my cardstock in there. But I think I'm going to turn it this way because I want my lines running a little up and down instead of side to side. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I build my sandwich on my platform, the acrylic plate, and I put the embossing folder down. I put in my other acrylic plate. I'm using my really long one that I've had from Stampin' Up a long time ago, but I have the regular one too, so we're going to run it through. And I know it's going to seem tough. It goes through though. Let's see. What is the deal with this? Hang on one second. It don't want to go through. Maybe these are different. Let me see. Let me get my small plate real quick. There may be a difference for these new big folders. I'm going to get my magnetic plate and then one of the acrylic plates, and let's see if it runs through okay like that. It still does not want to go through. What is the deal? I guess I should have played with this one more. Let me grab my other little plate. That's the joys of live video. This is going to be a non-edited video. So I'm going to get the older platform and I'm going to open it on to the last tab. Set that down. Let's see how that'll fit. Let's see with one. Okay, we put one acrylic. Let's see how that does. That one goes through. I'm sorry for all the sliding. I guess I should have practiced to see how the sandwich was supposed to go for these thicker embossing folders. Let's see if that did. That did perfect. So, hi Lisa. Look at that. I love that corrugated look, and like I said, this one is a carryover from the holiday catalog. So get it while you can. I think it's still available. I should have checked. I'm bad about not checking things. This is that the tin tile dynamic. I'm gonna put my piece of cardstock in there, my Melon Mambo. Put it in. All right, let me find my little plate, and then I'm gonna run it back, this one through there. Okay, get through there. See, that should be how it goes through. It shouldn't have been so hard a little bit ago. Okay, let me move this big shot out of the way and get my stuff back situated. It didn't press as good as I wanted it to, but it's good. So you would have to put your other acrylic plate over it. Let's see if I can line that back up and try it again. Yeah, let's see. Sorry, I hit that camera. The corrugated is available, so this one, the other one isn't. I'm having, they're thick, and I guess I should have seen how big the sandwiches are supposed to go now. Let's find that other acrylic plate. Still trying to over here. I want to get a better impression on this one, so I'm sorry for the delay. Alright. I think that, oh yes, that was much better. Okay. I'll have to do that one is the tin tile dynamic. I think it is still available because I have it pulled up on the Facebook page. I mean the Stampin' Up shop page. Yes. I ran it back through with the other tab down and it did a better impression. But I'll do a video later on how to make your sandwiches that will help y'all and me out because this one threw me off. So here's how those came out. So, like I said, I don't have anything in mind. I just wanted to come on and stamp. I should have been a little more prepared, but I wasn't. So, we're just going to go with it. So, I'm going to use this Graceful Garden stamp set. And I'm going to use it as a Valentine stamp set. And I love the Adore You and the For You. And I love the roses. And they're so pretty in this one right here for backgrounds. Okay, so I'm going to start with, let's get the background stamp. Let me figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, so your base is going to be the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to have it open up this way. So I'm going to cut down these pieces here to fit, and I think I'm going to go with the corrugated. I love that one too. But we may make 2 cards. We don't know. Or I don't know. So I'm going to cut this one down a little bit to where I can layer it here. I don't want it to cover the whole card base. So I'm going to cut mine down to about 3 3/4. And by 5. Okay. And I like how it made it kind of, you see, and you can have it tear. But I like how it made the edges rough. I think that's what I'm going to do. I know this was by accident, but I think that's going to be a cool look for my card. I cut it down a little bit, but then I'm going to tear those edges. I don't want it to be just a straight edge. So I'm just kind of tearing any kind of way. I don't have any kind of certain way. I think that's going to be pretty. So I know this is roughly going to be about a 3 by 4.5. So I'm going to have to cut my next layer a little smaller. So I'm going to use some of this pattern paper that I was telling y'all about that come out of that paper pad. But I want to use one with the Melon Mambo in it. So I think I'm going to use those roses right there. I don't want to make it cover the whole thing of this, so I may make it just to be a backing for that. I think I'm going to put this actually back here. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. See how that works? You just kind of go with it. So I may make that 4 by 5.25. So I cut the designer paper 4 by 5.25, and it leaves a little bit of border. Hi, Miss Dolly, how are you doing? And then I'm going to take the piece, the corrugated piece I just did, and look how pretty that already looks. So now I'm going to set that aside because I want to do my stamped image, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this Very Vanilla cardstock down a little bit. I'm going to cut it at 3 by 4, and let me see the coverage I get. Nope, I'm going to cut it down a little smaller. I'm going to cut it at 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and let's see what I get now. Okay. I can have it go like that, or I can scoot this over and have it go like this. I think that's cute. So I cut this right here, my top layer, at 2 3/4, and it's supposed to be by, yeah, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to kind of layer it like this. I think that's what I'm going to go for. I think so. Okay, now we're going to do our stamping on this part. Good, getting ready for a scrapbook retreat. Love those colors. Oh, that sounds fun, a scrapbook retreat. Sounds like a lot of fun. And yes, these, I love these colors. Melon Mambo has always been one of my favorite. Okay, since we have all those bright colors, I'm going to choose the powder pink ink pad to do my little design on here. Ink that up. And I'm going to stamp off on my scratch paper and then kind of do like that. Stamp off. And I think I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put let me stamp off one more time because I don't want it real bold. There we go. That's kind of what I want. And I'm going to do one more time without inking it back up. And see, without inking it back up, it's still, you can see that there. Okay. So now, I'm going to take, let's see what color I want to do now. I'm going to go ahead and do the Melon Mambo. And I'm going to do the rose out of that stamp set. The rose right here. I think that's what I want to do. Because I'm not going to color it up or nothing, the rose. That's why I kind of wanted that pattern right there. And, you know, to give it some interest. So ink that up good. There we go. And I'm going to stamp right there in the center of that. Can y'all see that? Hope so. Hope I got up far enough. Look how pretty that is. And look, you can see that light powder pink pattern I stamped in that. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Okay, here's another thing I'm gonna do. This stamp set has the, this may be overkill, I don't know, but it has that little green, the little branch that I'm gonna do in Pear Pizzazz. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna put the stem on there, but I'm gonna ink it up. I'm gonna stamp off a couple times and just kind of randomly add a little bit of green on there to make that, that's gonna make it pop even more. Let me put one up at that corner and one right there. You can even stamp over that leaf and put some green in those leaves. Leaves. Okay, let me show you now. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? What's the name of the stamp set? It's the Graceful Garden. It's in the annual catalog. I love it. It's very, I use it a lot. You can use it for any occasion to me. Okay, now I'm going to get my little, my little dauber here, and I'm going to take that powder pink. That green made it pop, that Pear Pizzazz. I like it. It looks cute. And I'm going to ink up my edges. Miss Dolly, I enjoy seeing those pictures of you and your mom. Y'all look so sweet. I love seeing my mom and getting pictures with her too. And so enjoy that. That was so precious seeing y'all together. Okay, now how I want to do that, like that. And I might need a dimensional. No, I don't think I'm going to need a dimensional. So we're going to glue that on. Let me get my liquid glue. Let's see. I think I have one out. Yeah, let me use this one. It's already open. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to take and glue this down. Alright. And I love the Very Vanilla thick cardstock and the thick Whisper White cardstock for my bases. I just love it. Okay. And I'm going to take and glue the corrugated down. And I like the corrugated. It's so pretty. Okay, let's see. Let's put that in the center like that. Okay. I will post a picture of the card, a still picture, so you can see it better too. I always love seeing them in the pictures too. A still picture. Okay, I got my glue on that. And I'm going to put it, I'm not going to cover all of that corrugation, but we're going to do it like that. So where do you go for your scrapbook retreat, Miss Dolly? Look how precious that is. Of course, it needs a sentiment, but if you don't want to put your sentiment on the front, you always can put your sentiment, stamp it on the inside. I am going to do one, I'm going to put the For You on the front on a little tag, and then I'm going to stamp I Adore You on the inside. That's my plan. So let's do, and I'm going to stamp that, and I think I'm going to do it on this little scratch paper here. And I think, what color do I want to use? I think I'm going to go with the Memento Black. I think that's what I'm going to go with this time. Thank you, Lisa. I love layering the cards with different things. Uh-oh. See, you can just flip it over if you do that. I sometimes want to ink my stamp up, push it a little too hard. So let's do this. There's the For You. And that one is kind of crooked, so let me do it at this end. I got a hump right here in my paper. I'm not sure where it's coming from, so it kind of threw me off. All right, let me see. I guess I can't get it straight. Oh, it's because I have it on there crooked. Now I see it. Maybe that's what the problem is. Let me stamp on my scratch paper where I can get to where, okay, now I know which way to turn it. That's what the beauty about having scratch paper by you. We're going to stamp on this side. I think I have to turn it some. Nope, that was too far. I need to make it come down just a little bit because I want mine straight. I know, I'm trying to be perfect. Alright. Well, I have plenty of options I have cut on here. So, I guess it don't matter which, because I can tilt it or whatever on my card. But what I'm going to do, let's come back to that. I'm going to stamp the I Adore You. Let me stamp that real quick in my card. I am all crooked today. What? I haven't. Wow, Catherine. Okay. I think we've got it straight now. Yes. Let me go ahead and stamp inside. And this is where your, let's do this. Well, it's done. I should have got my Stamparatus out and done it on that. There, I got it straight. Yay! So now we're going to take and let that dry. I'm going to set it aside and we're going to work with this. I don't have any. Let's see, I have a 1-inch circle punch. Let me see if that works. Let me get a little bit wider scratch paper there. Okay, that way I can make it. I'm going to use the 1-inch circle punch on, Catherine, that little mark keeps, easy, Catherine. Okay, let's do that again. I promise I'll get it that time. All right, and then punch that out. I think that's going to be cute. And then I can take that powder pink and ink up around the For You. Okay, this is probably dry now. Okay, and then look how cute that is. I think I'm going to use a little pop-up dot. Our Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm almost out, so I'm going to cut a little edge off of that. I know I probably have some hiding from me somewhere. Okay, y'all see this? Okay. I'm gonna put it, let's see, I can put it there, put it here. I think I like it here. What would be even cute, let's see, 1 1/4. I probably could have took I punched out of that other embossing folder I did. Let's see how that looks. Well, if I can get it centered. I'm gonna stick with that. I think that's okay. The pink on pink. We're gonna leave it that way because I like it. And it's an embossed piece, so I'm not gonna use my snail. I'm gonna use my liquid glue and put that there. So there you go. Isn't that pretty? See, you have to kind of, it's not specifically for Valentine's or anything, but I made it for Valentine's. It's for you, and I adore you, and then they can write their message. So thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all have any questions, don't hesitate. Please ask me. And y'all don't forget, this is celebration month. Celebration time. It don't end till March 31st, but if you make a purchase with me, $50 or more without before shipping and taxes, you can earn a free product from our celebration brochure. And if you spend $100, there's 2 items you can get. So if you spend $100, you can choose one of those 2. And if you spend $200, you can get both of those items, or you can get 4, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different items for $200. So if I'm confusing y'all, just ask me and I can send you some information. And but thank y'all for tuning in, and if you're watching the replay, thank you so much, and y'all have a wonderful day.